talk about it is only us doing it. As a collective, it is only us separating ourselves. It is only us that finds problems in society, but we don't find the solutions because I don't think we think big enough. That's my whole thought process. We're not thinking big enough. We're not thinking in humanitarian efforts. We're thinking in small clusters. We have got to think outside of the box. We have got to take control back of our lives. Because when laws are being passed and it's not good for everybody, it's only good for certain groups of people, we already headed down the wrong path. And that's for real. I was reading something earlier. It said 85% of people, 85% of people follow. And then have you ever said to think, are you a follower? Are you a leader? What part are you playing in society? And then even as a leader, where, again, I'm going to continue to ask the question, where are our leaders leading us? And if you are leading me somewhere, are you being deceptive in your practices? Are you doing it in a conspiracy theory type of way? Is it some type of monopoly going on? And these are things, these are questions that we as human beings should ask. You know, looking at the abortion thing, how can a man tell a woman about her body and he doesn't even know the experience of the situation? See, until you walk a day, just try to walk 15 seconds in somebody else's consciousness. See, we don't do that. We're so locked into what we know and what we deem is correct and what we feel is right. And all of those beliefs tuned in, tapped in. But never taking the chance, the time, or the opportunity to look at it from a different perspective. Why don't we want to look at things from different perspectives? Why is it we only have open minds when it's pertaining to us? It's not, you're not open-minded at all when it comes to other people. We all live on this planet together. It is essential that collectively, we figure this thing out. Because we're the only ones that can do it. If I'm hooping and hollering about Black Lives Matter, but I'm the first person to cuss you out and act a fool on you, then I may have to redirect. Why am I standing out there talking about Black Lives Matter when I'm the first person that'll go off on a person that I have no kind of, and I'm glad that I do. But these are things that I think people should really think about. You know, I'm talking to one of my other girlfriends, and she says to me, the type of man that she wants. We on the conversation of what kind of man she wants. This man that she has made in her mind, he is so put together, y'all. Yes, he is. Yes, him is. But when I had to tell her she was not a reflection of what she wanted, it was the truth. We don't like to hear the truth. We think the truth is so hard. Why is it we would rather for people to lie to us, tell us any freaking thing, than to hear the truth. How about this? As a community, because I have been this color my whole life, for me, life is not about color, but for a lot of people, life is about color. That's all they see is color. Okay. So, why is it that I am a very intelligent person, that I know very intelligent Black people, and when we speak, why is it your people don't believe you? Think about it. But if we got somebody else that was not like us, we would believe every word they said. Hot dog. Do you get it? Believe every darn thing somebody else say. Why? Why do we put so much credibility in what someone else says? And what makes them so qualified to say these things? Is it because your mother and your grandmama and them said, well, they know what they're talking about? They went to school for it. Again, education is free. It's up to you to pick up the book. It's up to you to comprehend what you read in a book. It's up to you to educate yourself. Because when other people educate you, guess what? You're getting taught what they want you to know. Until you want to know something different. Because the Bible talks about that. Seek for yourself. Because the kingdom of the Lord is you. Us. We don't seek. This world is so filled with beliefs of others till we have lost the belief that was written in our heart. The I of me is all that I am. The substance of my being is the I of me. Should be the I of you. And then you add the am to it. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's right. Now you done call God in because I am. And you add something else to that. I am whatever. Your something. What up, blues player? Whatever the next thing of your I am is. But how often do I hear people speaking in the I am presence, but the words that are flowing from their own tongue is the thing that they're manifesting every moment of time. Manifestations happen instantly. You can have the belief of it's going to take time to do this. You can have the belief of in order for me to get this, I got to do that. You can have all of those beliefs. Those beliefs are those beliefs that are holding you back. Stand in the presence of the I am. Be still and know that I am God. That's what the Bible says. Just be still and know it. But how many of us are waiting on a God to perform? The universe cannot perform for you until you thoroughly believe it. And I'm going to say this, it's a difference between believing and knowing. A lot of people believe, but you don't believe to the core of your fiber, to your being. See, until you believe, I'm talking about you really know this is your knowing. Baby, I've experienced it. I tried it. And let me tell you, these are some things that I do. I try the universe. I'll tell you this. If this is so, show me. Make me a believer in you, universe. I'm tired of believing in something outside of me. Now, I want to believe in what's inside of me. What's up? What is this? Shelly? What's up, Shelly? I want to believe in what's inside of me and what the power of the I am in me can manifest on this planet, compared to you want to manifest from a standpoint of a prayer, putting it in, just putting it in somebody else's hand. No, the prayer should be, let me make righteous steps. Let me make righteous actions, have righteous conversations. And universe, I'm expecting you to show me that the thing that I have been believing in is no longer true. But then what do you manifest? I myself manifest peace, harmony, laughter, joy, peace. Yeah, all of these good things. I want all the good things in my life, all the beautiful things in my life. I expect these things in my life. I get excited when I think about all these things in my life. The people, the places, the conversations, the atmospheres. And then I look at so many of us. Guess what we're doing? Won't be like somebody else. Why would you want to be like somebody else when it took that somebody else to just want to be themselves? Why is it that we would prefer to be like other people than to be like ourselves? I don't know. But I do know the frame of thinking that we have, we got to get on board. We got to get on board because this is a collective thing. Life is about humanity. It's not about I like that. It's I am humanitarian. I am powerful spiritual being. I am part of this collective. I am a lover of all living things. I am. But if we had that mindset where we're always separating, I am every woman that I see. Every woman that I see, I'm a reflection of. Easily, depending on my mindset. Because life is about changing your mind, repenting and changing your mind. So it's where you see yourself. How do you see yourself? And then once you get the vision on how you see yourself, because it's not about what society sees. You are the kingdom. You see things twice. You see it first inside of you and then the next outside of you. But if you're always seeing yourself in the wrong position, you got to see yourself in the right place and know that it's possible for you to be there just as you are. I thank each and every person that even pays attention to these lives. Do you hear me? When I'm doing these lives, just to get a comment or a DM or a question. Do you know how excited that makes me? Because I know people are taking time to just listen. We listen to so much stuff until we really don't even have clear minds. The Bible says I gave you three things: love, sound mind, and power. Most of us don't have sound minds because we're collecting so much information from everywhere till we don't even know how to be quiet. I was telling my friend yesterday, I said, you know, it took me almost 7 days to sit down for 5 minutes and not do nothing but breathe. I'm talking about without a thought coming through my mind, without me itching, because I would sit there and begin to meditate and some would itch and I would have to move or my leg would get heavy. I always had something to do. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make myself sit down for 5 minutes every day and do absolutely nothing. It took me 7 days. 7 days to do it. My mind would say, but you got to do this. No, I don't. Oh, but you got to check that. No, I don't. 5 minutes out of my day of doing absolutely nothing. And then miss a beat. Got out of that meditation. And guess what? Life was whatever I wanted it to be when I got up out of it. I could pick up the phone and do whatever I needed to do with it. All of that. But how often do we get quiet and not do nothing at all? Excuse me. Not do one particular thing. Or when we're out about and we're just by ourselves or with ourselves. How many of you, and let me know, please, especially my Instagram people, thank y'all, baby. Let me know how many of you can actually go somewhere by yourself with yourself. Okay. All right. I see you. Look, they coming through to me some they can. Now, the next question is, not just can you go somewhere by yourself, can you enjoy being by yourself? Y'all, something went down my throat wrong. Oh, my homegirl, look, she says she can go somewhere by herself, but she's always meeting somebody. So she don't like to be alone. Okay. Come on, Facebook. Y'all got too much competition over here on the Instagram. Anyway, these are things that I think as a collective, we need to begin to think about. Because in order for us to make decisions that are for everybody, and now I'm talking about politics and the things that's going on, in order for the people that are leading me to lead me anywhere, I got to know that they have a clear mind. And I got to know that they for me. Not just for me, but they for every person that's alive. Because it's not just about my concept of what I think. It's about a bigger picture because everything has the right to choose. It's only us that's taking away those rights from others. It's only us. What's up, baby? What is this? Tea? What's up? It's only us taking our decision or taking choices out of each other's hands. I told a homegirl this the other day. I said, let me tell you something. I understand civil rights. A lot of people may get upset when I say this, but people fought for us to vote, right? If you looked at any of the movies, most of the people that really wanted to vote couldn't hardly speak, let alone fucking read. Excuse my expression, but they couldn't read, but they wanted to vote. And so even today at this time, guess what? We got people going in the polls that don't even understand what they vote for. At all. They going by what somebody else telling them to do. I have been in churches and seen it happen. Do you hear me? Where the place where you're not even supposed to combine the two. And the pastor will stand right up in the pulpit and tell the people, this is who we voting for. And then the people find themselves in the stickiest situation. Why? Because they didn't understand the ballot for themselves. They followed what somebody else said. But now if they would really pay attention to, after they make these decisions to follow somebody, look who's benefiting from the following. Ain't nobody looking at who benefited from the following. Well, once I follow you and we get this passed, who's going to benefit from it? Because we're good at telling you, oh, we just want to help you. Have you ever been to any other meetings? Oh, we just want to help you. How you helping me? In reality, 150 years, this has been happening because no one is asking the question. No one is really thinking. No one understands the law. How many of us understand the law? None of us, because none of us went to school for law. So if you don't understand the law, that means you probably don't understand procedures of law. It's a lot of things about life. Human beings, just the regular people don't understand. But we would prefer to stand in a place of, oh, I know, than to not know or to not ask a question or to not participate. We would rather allow stuff to continue on. That's dumb. To me, that's real dumb. The people that did die to give people rights to vote, I know they got to be rolling over in their grave. Because even though, and I want you to get with it, it's a certain thing in legal terms called legalese. So in regular language, understand means, do you comprehend something? That's the way me and you understand it. Do I comprehend something? And legalese means, do you allow me to be over you? No, I don't allow nobody to be over me. But then how many of us understand that? Or because the Bible says, and we just got to get into the Bible, it's not the word, but it's the spirit of the word that manifests. So if you don't know the meaning of the words, which are on a ballot, you don't know each and every legal term, because that's all it is legal terminology. When you're reading UCCs and you're reading statutes by Congress, and I hope you guys take time out of your day to read this stuff for yourself, because we suffer because of lack of knowledge. That's where we fail at, because we don't know what we're doing. We're not taking our time to even do the research on anything. We're just freaking believing. I'm looking at the governor with his blue pens signing the paper. So I did that shit and put that down. Okay, so now we're entering into a contract of what? Because this is commercial stuff going on. Commerce is happening right before us. Regular people, regular human beings are being manipulated into commerce daily because we don't know our standing, because we don't have an idea of who we are. We think somebody has control over us. We had these thoughts of somebody needs to help me, and all these childish behaviors. And it's sad. It's sad when you find grown people that won't read. They want you to read for them. To this day, people want you to read for them. People want you to fill out paperwork for them. Don't even want to understand. Just rather have faith in somebody else to do it for you. What? That is where we at. We done had faith, 150 years of faith. And look at the nation. Because we ain't reading. We don't understand that. We just allowing things to progress. And as they progress, guess who's being oppressed? Nation. Every color, red and yellow, black and white. Hello? If I'm lying, help me. Help me see it a different way. Help me see where creating areas that creates a poverty mindset is helping anybody. Tell me where there is no mental health, excuse me, given to people. Excuse me. Or how about this? Y'all, something is choking me. Excuse me. Or how about this? People don't even realize they have a mental health problem. How about people don't even realize they're not even using 10% of their brain? Think about it. They're not. Be right back. It's just on one side. Y'all, I'm eating hot dogs. Excuse me, I'm back. But it's just that easy for us to get got. Because people out here, the controllers of the society, know that we're not going to read nothing, know that we're not going to double back, check on nothing. I was in a town hall meeting. This is no lie. The question was asked, where is the money coming from? I'm the only person in the meeting writing down where these grants that they said this stuff was coming from. I believe I had to be the only person came home to read them. For them to know, for me to know. They was just saying some stuff. They were saying something because they knew wasn't nobody gonna check. Because we have it's something about following people. And we have followed people on freaking boats. We have followed people for generations. Hey, and it's time for us to really lead and lead by example, not be led. I don't want to be led. I know some of you like being told what to do. And I'm going to tell you this, Corona was evident of that. Even right now today, you know, it was 100 degrees. It felt like 100 degrees the other day. Now, I don't know if the lady had a shot or anything, or if she had underlying issues or anything. Give me 1 second. Now my phone ring. But hold on, let me call you right back. I'm doing my show. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much for that. So this is what I'm saying, because she done knocked me off the thing. Went to the thing. They said they were getting this $26 million. Now, the first meeting I went to, it said they were getting $26 million from a independent investor. So then the people began to ask the question, well, who is the independent investor? Because we would like to know where the money's coming from. So then another meeting was created a couple of months down, because it's going to take a minute for us to organize our paperwork, and because we're going to open the floor. That's what we always do. We open the floor for you to put whatever your issue is on the table, because we know you don't think big at all. And that's just how government look at us. We're not big thinkers at all. We micro brain thinking. So we're going to open the floor. You pose the questions. We're going to construct another meeting. We're going to create another meeting, and we're going to answer these questions. But we've already decided we're going to do what we're going to do. But we just want to make you feel like you're a part of it. Not realizing that the people have more power. People don't even realize how much power they have over the government. Have no idea. The government was set up to protect the people, not for the people to be scared of a government and depend on a government, but it's supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to come back around. And when something is happening to a human being, a natural person, it is for you to straighten your government, because you're not in commerce. You're a natural human being. I'll give you another example of this, what I'm saying. How many people go into courts or have been into a courthouse And first thing the judge say to you is, do you understand the charges that are being held against you or that are being brought up against you? And the first thing a person say is, yup. And the answer should be no, because you don't understand the law. But instead of looking, you don't want to go in there and look like a fool. You don't want to go in there looking like you can't comprehend. But honesty is what it is. No, I don't even know why I'm in here. Do I understand? No, I don't allow you to be over me. Because now I know I'm in your ship. I done came off the land into your home where you realm, where this seance stuff is going on. As a divine individual, that's what I did. I came into the building as a divine person, human being, living, breathing. And you have brought up something against me. And if it wasn't, again, I want you to know what law is. If you don't hurt someone or damage property, people, those are the two things that you cannot do. Any other thing is some BS. That's law. That's land, air, and water. Land law, that's common law. Common law means I have to hurt someone or damage property. And then I'm held responsible because I have done something. I have done a thing. And it's evidence to it. Everything else is hearsay. You have people, I could go on and on and on with this right here. I really could. Because I really want my people, because I love you, to get educated. And you don't have to really pay no money to get educated. The best and the worst thing we could have is our cell phones. On your cell phone, you can look up the UCC codes. On your cell phone, you can read the Constitution. You can read your state constitution. You can see the difference in the two. You could read statutes. And then you can begin to see that these man-made laws are not for us. It's only for groups of people. We cannot allow groups of people to be on the shoulders and the backs of others. It's a fool do that. It's only the powerful and the strong that stand up against that. Somebody who ain't scared, who may not know everything, but know that it's something inside of them that's bigger than anything that they could ever imagine. That the pull and the passion that they have for others supersedes any other thing. And I'm posing this question to my people that are following me and listening to me right now. I really thank y'all. Ask yourself, is that you? Is that you? Are you willing to stand in the gap? Not just for yourself, but for people you don't even know. People you have never met. It has nothing to do with color. Because even if I went into, let's say, listen, we're going to stick on churches, my friend said, do you know it's X amount of churches on the north side? Then break down the demographics of what kind of churches, what color people were in these churches. A church is a church, but it's the belief of the building that separates the people. Do you get it? Like, it's very rare that you'll find a Black person going into a Caucasian person's church. Let me tell you why. Because Black people are unfamiliar with white people. scared to talk to them and everything. They feel like they're superior over them or something. And that's some kind of something in your DNA when you feel like that. That's something going on in your DNA. Somebody was a Uncle Tom or something in your family, because everybody is right here. Care what color you are. You human, I'm human. Okay, we done with that. That's it. That's how I look at life. You no, not superior, not over me. I don't care what. And for me, I'm like the Bible, baby. I don't care nothing about your degrees and none of that. That means something here on earth. But see, I'm not even from this planet. I'm from a greater place than him. I'm just visiting, passing through. So that means nothing to me. I'm spirit, I'm truth, and I have released my death code. So I'm not scared to die, because I'm not scared to live. And I know life and death exist in every moment that I'm here. When you're born, you inhale. When you transcend, guess what you do? You exhale, spirit leave your body. As long as I'm inhaling and exhaling, that means God is alive and well in me. Spirit is alive and well in me. And I'm grateful for that. And so there's nothing to fear from that, because I'm an eternal being. This life shall pass. But it only presses me and takes me into a greater dimension of life. So you can't fear that. Because before you were here in this flesh, guess what? You were spirit and truth anyway. You decided to pick a body to have an experience. But what did you decide to experience? And why did you decide to have those experiences? And what are those experiences bringing you to as an individual? Because life is about awakening your DNA. It's about shaking that stuff up and shaking the beliefs off of you, letting that stuff fall. Because it's not serving you, it hasn't served you, and it's not going to serve nobody. Didn't serve the people of the past, not serving the people of the present, and can't do nothing for the people of the future. Got to repent, and we've got to seek knowledge. And not knowledge of others. See, knowledge is nothing until you find it for yourself. Then that's your knowing. That's your know. Can't nobody take your knowing from you. Find it for yourself. And then you don't have to believe what nobody else say. You can cut people off at their first 3 words to you will just diminish. Because either they're saying something they heard somebody else say, or they just heard the information so they want to repeat it. But a knowing of it, no. It just sounds good to say. And then, is this your daily, everyday way of being? Are you always open? Or are you just momentarily open? You have those momentarily moments where you're open to receive. So you got to be open to receive. And you got to ask yourself the questions. What do I want? And why do I want to receive it? Why am I looking to receive something? And once I get that thing, how many lives can I change? Will it be a group of people? Will it be a nation of people? And it just depends on the thinker. I'm worldwide, but I think big. Some people think groups, areas, clusters. That's fine. I'm a mover and shaker worldwide, because we need to be shook up. And we ain't talking about earthquake. We talking about society needs to be awakened. Hold up, wait a minute. Wake up. This is happening to us. Not to them, but to us. And being real about it. What's up, baby? The credit. What's up, the credit champs? It's happening to us, human beings. Well, you know I love you. And I'm going to pop up off of here. And I want you guys to really think about, why do you want what you want? Are you here to help a group of people, a cluster of people, people nationwide, people worldwide? Who do you really see yourself as? And when you begin to see yourself really big, that means you can't be scared of them, because you know you're shaking the world up. Care less about it. It's more about the people. Ask yourself, just talk to yourself. Get quiet enough. Ask yourself, and the best time to, I would say, is to, kind of soothe yourself into it at night when you go to sleep. Pay attention in the morning when you wake up, because the answer is there. Who am I? Why am I here? Because in actuality, we are here on a planet in the middle of the galaxy. And if it were not for gas in the sky, guess what? The sky wouldn't be blue. But it's blue because of the gas. Now, because we have the gas in the sky, we have blue sky. If the gas wasn't in the sky would just be darkness. So then you would ask yourself the question, why am I here in the middle of the galaxy? Gravity holding me to a planet. Why am I here? What am I here to do? If I'm here to do anything. See there? Questions that we must ask ourselves. Because even when you get to the point of why you want to do a thing, well, this is why I want to do it. Then you got to wonder, why is your why your why? And your why is based off of your own experiences. So let's say you wanted to experience something different. Why would you serve in that why? Because that's not an experience that you want to continue to progress in. You've already experienced it. So why would you want to stay in that dimension of life? Your why should take you out of one dimension into another dimension, because that you've learned and did everything you need to do right there. So now we're dimensionally, we're jumping, surfing.